Hello people, as you can see in front of me I've got a box. On the side of the box it says job title Wolves of the North version English, but this should not really give you any clue as to what's inside the box. I actually believe that Wolves of the North is an expansion for the Game of Thrones LCG, which I do not play, but it actually is a nice box which I got from my friends at Board Game Extras, and it contains plenty of Lord of the Rings. There's also one piece missing which they forgot to pack, which is a bit of a shame, so I'm still waiting for that one. So let's just take a look. Here we've got the Lord of the Rings Grey Havens expansion, the one that came out this, or was it last year? So the most recent one. We've also got The Hobbit, Part 1, Overhill and Underhill, and I have to say, I don't know if you guys can see, if you guys can see this. I really like this image of Bilbo Baggins, because Bilbo is actually quite an old chap. He's 50 something when he embarks on his trip to the Lonely Mountain, and that's what I dislike about Frodo Baggins, because in the films he's played by Elijah Wood, who was 18, 19, 20 at the time, but in the books Frodo is actually 50 as well when he sets out to take the ring to Mordor. So it was a complete casting someone as young was a huge mistake. I don't know why they did it. Next up is the Heirs of Numenor expansion, which deals with the Númenóreans, who had two kingdoms, the South and the North Kingdom, so Gondor and Arnor. And back here you can see Gondor. Here is the Spire of Ecthelion, 70th city, this protruding mountain over here, and of course the emblem, the white tree. And then we've got small expansions. Here we've got Escape from Mount Gram, which is for Angmar Awakened. We've got Across the Etten Moors. We've got the Battle of Karen Doom, and again this artwork is just absolutely awesome. And again, I don't understand why they cannot give us a way to preserve the artwork, but I've actually have hatched a plan. Here we've got the Treachery of Urudaur. We've got Assault on Osgiliath. We've got plenty of sleeves, of course. You know, I love sleeving my cards. It's almost a zen-like exercise. The Druadan Forest. Oh, I love this one. It's an old one. It's still in the not the plastic. The Morgul Vale expansion, adventure pack, I should say. Sorry. The Wastes of Eriador. Again, really evocative artwork. The moon setting or rising over this wasteland. Yes, the Dread Realm. And I mean, just look at this ghost. He's magnificent. Encounter at Amon-Din. Now this guy looks a bit, yeah, well, he can't decide if he's an elf or not. His ears are kind of almost pointed, but I don't think he's an elf actually. And his hairstyle, that looks like a really unfortunate comb over, but I guess it's just the wind. What else have we got? We've got, yes, a couple of standalones, but before I come to those, the last of the adventure packs, the Blood of Gondor. Usually people are easily recognizable by the length of their fingernails. Now this guy has claws, so I take it that this is a really evil person. I've no idea who he is, but he's evil because look at his claws. And then I've got two print as you go, or whatever you want to call those, which are standalone Gen Con packs. Here we've got the ruins of Belegost, and I mean, seriously, look at this dragon. I mean, there is no way I could pass up the opportunity of playing a game that has such lovely artwork and a lovely dragon. And one that I was looking forward to, because I'm a fan of the Barrow Downs and I'm a fan of everything that happens up until Frodo meets the Fellowship. And it's Murder at the Prancing Pony. So I'm really looking forward to playing this as well. But what I hinted at earlier was that I found a different way of storing and preserving the artwork. I have bought myself a laminator. So as you can see here, I've started to make more of the card separators. And this is laminated. I don't know if you can see, but you can probably tell by the noise. So basically what I do is I take the these are horizontal dividers for my wine boxes, which a friend gave me, which I will use in addition to the other box that I showed you earlier, because I'm running out of space in the big box as well. So what I do is I take the whoops, that was like Jenga and all of them fell over. I take the dividers from Board Game Geek and I put in the artwork. So this is Journey in the Dark. Now this is the second part of the Fellowship of the Ring expansion, which is called, oh, I don't know actually, but it doesn't matter. But this is the artwork of the cover. So basically I've done this. I'm going to cut these out and then I'm going to put them in horizontally, but I'll have to put in the cards vertically because they are a little too wide for the wine box, but it will all make sense once you see it. But basically this is how I'm going to go forward, because as you know, I cut out the artwork from these boxes and put it into sleeves, but the problem is it just doesn't look as nice because yeah, it just doesn't look as nice. So I really prefer this. So what I'll do going forward is I'm going to scan the artwork of these adventure packs, and sorry about the shaky camera, and then I'm just going to put it onto the relevant dividers to preserve the artwork and to have a nice storage solution. So this was just a quick well, not even unboxing, but in the house with my handheld mobile phone camera. So sorry for the shakiness, but I thought, you know, I'd just check in with you guys. I'm doing a lot of work at the moment. I spent the better part of, well, actually all day working on matrices. I did calculus at the weekend, which was the expected disaster. I'm not very good at calculus. So yeah, so now I've covered 9 out of 12 units. 3 more to go and the exam is in 3 weeks time. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I just basically need 40%. I just need to pass. But of course, I don't just want to pass. I want to pass with a good result. Yeah, at the moment, I'm a bit tired. I was going to play a round tonight of the Hunt for Gollum, but I'm just too tired. I'm just gonna, you know, watch TV. I've got a really lovely series by Mary Beard. If you ever want to find out about ancient Rome, I can actually, and whoops, look what I found here, a book by Mary Beard called SPQR. This is actually a really, really nice book. Mary Beard, you may know her from, I think she works at Cambridge. Yeah, she's a Don, and I think at Cambridge University. Yeah, basically she writes really good books about ancient Rome, and she also has a really good BBC series. I don't like the title because it's called Mary Beard's Ultimate Rome. That's like Mary Beard's Ultimate Fight Club Challenge. And if you've ever seen Mary Beard, it's she's as far away from being a member of the Fight Club as I'm from being a member of the Cloth. But and I'm completely rambling. Yeah, anyways, if you want to read a really good book about the history of ancient Rome, I can really recommend this book. Don't get put off by the word international or words international bestseller. This is not a dumbed down version for people who basically can spell Rome R-O-A-M, but it's actually, the scholarship of this book is actually really good. So guys, this is Callisto signing off, and maybe they put something in the water because I feel kind of a little bit elated, or maybe it's brain fever after too much maths. I don't know. I'll talk to you soon. I hope you can enjoy or share in my joy because, as you know, I'm a collector of games. Not only do I play games, but I also collect them, and I also enjoy the tactile, you know, experience of actually playing board games. And again, I would say that Fantasy Flight games, the amount of stuff that they churn out, and sometimes it comes across as they're churning out expansion after expansion after expansion for those LCGs, but just even the artwork and the quality is unbelievable. And yeah, I think, you know, we should actually thank them for it. I know that there are some detractors who say, well, you know, and a lot of the stuff that they produce is a merry trash and God knows what, you know, poorly tested and blah blah, and I don't agree with that one bit. So guys, Lord of the Rings, the LCG. By the way, I will probably do a raffle soon with a couple of Lord of the Rings adventure packs, which I have twice, because I bought them myself and somebody else gave them to me as a present. Yeah, well, we got our wires crossed there, but that doesn't matter. So I'm going to probably raffle off a couple of those adventure packs. I don't know how I will do it, but if you are interested in Lord of the Rings, the card game by Fantasy Flight Games, if you play yourself, reply in the comments below, and it's going to be from the Mirkwood cycle, so it's the earliest cycle ever, so you might already have them. But if you're interested in the Dead Marshes, the Hunt for Gollum, or A Journey to Rosgobel, yeah, tell me why I should give them to you. You will have to pay for the shipping, obviously, but I'll raffle them off.